I feel weird. Hello everybody, welcome to the Espoir Clinic. Yui Nayumi here. How you guys doing? How's your day? How's everything? I have something to show you actually. Oh my god, Tanya, thank you so much. Hi. Give me a second. I wanna put earphones, ear set phones. Let's leave it into ear set phones, okay? Let me take this. Why everything is tangled in this household? There you go. You seem fun. Don't forget about me. That's sad. Oh my god, I'm getting all my money. Thank you so much, China. Keys for you. You guys should have like a batch of Pokemon, right? I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Let me put the. That way the alerts will be here. Twitch fixed just in time. Are you sure? Nice. Hi guys. It's been a while. I'll read you in a second, okay? Let me show you something that I. Look at this. Look at this. Can you see this? It's cool. It was dying for. Yeah, I saw it. Twitch was dying and I was kind of worried. Actually, now I have like... Oh my god, our hype train? 3D chat. I think I can change the color to make it like pink. Actually, let me do that. How you guys do... I'm clearly dead. How are you guys doing? How's your day going? How's been the time that I wasn't like... Oh my god. I don't wanna do that. The time that I've been out, like, do you guys miss me or do I just go back to my cave? You could say it's my good cave. No, how you guys doing? Hi, Titan. Hi, Taylor. You still have a sub? Nice. You're almost a year into subs without having to pay for any of it. Hi, Titan. The 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐧𝐢𝐜 has returned. Let her enemies quake in fear. Let the lands of Ghidorah's fester and burn. Oh, hail the Yui. That's so sweet. Oh, hail to me, I guess. What the fuck? Nayumi isn't playing a game at all. No, I'm just... holy shit, we have a hype train with a very old ass emote. I should probably change that. Anyways, guys, we have a hype train. It feels weird to be back. Hi, Kali. Hi, Streetcar. Okay, I'm catched up. Thousands died at their computers waiting for your return, unable to live for food or water, in fear of missing the comeback. Pretty sure I was very vocal with the comeback. If I wasn't vocal enough, deeply apologize. It will happen again. Professional Bayer here. You just have to make like cute eyes like a puppy and be like, please, please, please. I don't know why it doesn't, like, I installed this plugin because I thought it was cool. But now I think it might be, like, not blending well. Let me put my own stream. Oh my god, Ultra is streaming. I hope he keeps streaming by the time I finish because that's a very good rate in there. Hi, Miles. How you doing? How's your day? How's everything? There you go. Now I put myself on YouTube. That's nice. Hi, Megabit. Double celebration message. 60 months. Wow. Thank you so much. Calm. Totally not tight in my keys for you. I need to open the window. Can you hear me? Yeah. In real life. Will you mind opening the window? My window? How was your vacation? We're gonna talk about that. And you guys this week because I didn't see you in like 10 days. So that's a long time. I would like to know everything that you did and stuff, you know. I care about you. So I can put the 3D panel like this. Ooh. It's kind of weird, thank you. There you go, but it's black. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make it transparent. Horizontal corner radius brightness 1. Oh! Tynan, thank you so much. Keys for you. I think you can get what's the name? A badge for some sorts for Pokemon. So you guys are really interested in that, I recommend it. If you guys are not interested in that, then I do not recommend it. It's as simple as that, you know? Okay. I got a Pokeball? Yeah, you got it, I think. So if you give a sub or you sub, I don't know specifically how, but you can get a Pokeball, and if you open it, you can get a Pokemon. Okay, they're getting the ball. I was on the water for most of it. Me too. I mean, for most of it, I not really. Okay, that seems like, yeah, that seems better, I think. Yeah, it seems like a bit better. Well, vacation really my balls, because my vacation wasn't really a vacation. I was a tour guide, basically, the whole duration of my vacation. Can you guys believe that? But hey, I'm not gonna, you know, be mean. But I'm gonna be mean. It was quite a lot. So, as you guys know, I'm something called disabled. You know what that means, right? It means that I'm not able to walk very well and stuff. And I had to walk 10,000 plus steps for a couple of days. That's not good for my body whatsoever. The first day my mom left, hi Pinkcell, how you doing? How's your day? How's everything? Thank you for coming. I had to clean because living with my mom, like, she might be a nice person, don't get me wrong, but she's kind of messy, so I had to clean a bit, mopping and all that stuff. And then after that, I kind of actually rested for 2 days. But yesterday, I wanted to clean the restroom. And now today, I'm having all the consequences of my actions of overdoing it with my body. Because my hips are so swollen that there's not a third bum cheek anymore. It's just a gigantic... You know when girls... Have you seen those girls online that they get like hip surgery and stuff, and they put like hip pads on, like, but inside? You know? They were like hip pads and sorts of stuff. It's like that, but without the hip pads. It's my skin. It's just that how swole I am. Thank you, Quancy. How you doing? How's your day? How's everything? Hi, Kevin. Same for you. How's everything? Thank you for coming, guys. In Texas, 1 in 20 people has a COVID mask up. We stand masks, especially when there's smoke and like illness, you know. Girls aren't real? Okay, if girls aren't real, then what am I? And like, according to you guys, what am I? Woo. A bunny? I don't know. Or MB's a bunny. Well, bunny, I can be a girl bunny. I was going to gift it to Taylor, but they already have a stuff. Well, Taylor, you have to mark on a calendar, like when your sub runs out, and then start, you know. Oh, there's like vertical positions and stuff. I didn't know you could do this. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, now it looks better. Okay. Hi there, Drake. It's been a while. How you doing? How's your day? How's everything? But yeah, besides me taking 2 payments, and probably, according to my partner, who, like, I usually read the secondary effects and stuff, but, you know, according to the internet, I could get weird rashes in the next 2 to 3 days because of the medication. So if I get weird rashes, that's gonna be something that I can talk about on stream. You're a prim and proper lady who will never say anything not say so. I'm actually been trying to swear a bit less on stream because, you know why I swear a lot? It's because I live with somebody that swears like their life depends on it. And, you know, when you are with somebody, not necessarily in a relationship, but like, let's say you hang out a lot with a friend, their mannerisms and like the way they talk and stuff kind of stick onto you for some reason. And that's what happened. Now, sadly, I swear a lot. I've been trying really hard to not swear though. Like, at least not to swear as much. By the way, the people that got any from the hype train, you can open your chest right now. According to me, I have everything of level 1. What's the maximum level? Or it's not maximum level? I remember seeing a beetle, like Neurosama's dad, basically getting like to level 100 and something. All your friends swear a lot. Jamie, not that much. She swears, but not that much. Derek, I mean, yeah, but not that much either. Roman swears a lot. Derek has a full mouth. Ew, Derek doesn't wash his teeth. Ew. Let me drink some water, holy brother. 10 days without projecting my voice, and my throat already is like, what are you doing? There's no smoke today, so it's definitely just me not like being here with my voice, you know? But yeah, besides that, we went to the beach and a cemetery. My mom didn't like Canadian cemeteries. I mean, okay, so the cemetery is here. I mean, I've only gone to one, but it's gorgeous and you can just walk on it and it's like a park. Also, let me recalibrate this because it's bothering my... I love that emote. The fish one is my favorite, probably. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. And so, words. Yeah, we went to the cemetery and my mom was like, oh, but like, it's kind of creepy how they have, like, on the tombstones, some of them have, like, the year they were born, but they don't have the year they were deceased at because it's people that are still alive. And my mom was like, I don't like that. That's, like, super bad omen type of thing. And to be honest, I wouldn't care if somebody has, like, a tombstone of myself and they just put the year, even though I'm immortal, you know? But, like... I wouldn't care. I actually, like, tombstones are expensive, so I would actually be like, thank you, you know, but we do it prepping now. I mean, my mom is 6 point, wait. I need a calculator. So, my mom was born in 1963, I think, and my father was born in 1969, I think. So she's my 6.3, yeah. So maybe, I'm not sure. And my grandma passed when she was 90 something. So maybe you'd be a 𝐂𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐜'𝐬 𝐂𝐸𝐴. What the fuck is that? If I had one, I would ask them to put a random death year in the future. Maybe next year and you're still alive. And then just try to plan my life accordingly. Okay, never mind. 69 of Vtuber Yui super... You reminded me something. That comes when somebody's forgotten. Yeah, like... That's what I wanted to talk about. Because the cemetery has people that died in like 1800s. The 1800s. They're deceased for more than 200 years. Yet, the people that go to the park still remember them because they still look at the tombstones and stuff and they see their names. Well, the ones that are legible because, you know, corrosion and stuff in the stone sometimes makes it so you can't read the things. But, sorry. I think they're very well remembered, even if you don't know their faces. People remember their names, and there's like random graves that I don't think anybody who passed in the 1800s like are still people alive that remember them, because that's lots of generations. But there's like tombstones that have like little teddy bears slash little cars and stuff, and so I think they're still like remembered even if they're not like, you know. For Dimitri, yeah, for Dimitri, whatever. It's fun to pink the colonizers. What? Wait, what? That's a bit extreme. People that are deceased are resting. Let them be. Well, I don't know. I don't have any kind of religious beliefs really, but I do believe that if there's like an equivalent of hell or heaven, that the respective people are resting in there, you know. I also have a theory, because on the cemetery there were so many creatures like squirrels, birds, deer and stuff. What if the people that are deceased there reincarnated as somebody that, like, as an animal, you know? And so what I wanted to talk about, it was the 69 thing. This is like a random ass story that I remembered. I don't remember my age, but I remember that I was probably before 2015, like, you know, the year that Angry Birds released and stuff. It was like around there. And so my dad had a tablet. And yeah, I don't know how we went from the reincarnation to that, but whatever. My dad had a tablet, like an Android tablet, like one of the cheap ones, you know, like the ones that you would get for $80 in the day that probably you can get right now for $200 because inflation. Fucking inflation. Either ways. But he had a tablet and he would use it to play specifically Bejeweled and Angry Birds because he loved Angry Birds for some reason. And I would use it to watch YouTube videos, and in those times you could watch full animes. You can still watch some animes, but not as many as in the day. People would just upload full animes to YouTube sometimes. Oh, you got a little kitty cat. That's so cute. I didn't get anything. Now I feel a bit scammed. Well, you're the never mind, I have it. Hi, Angeloid, how you doing? How's your day? How's everything? Please take a seat. And so, my dad had that tablet, you know, and I would use it to watch anime and to also play My Little Pony by Gameloft. I got Pokemon somehow. It's because you gave a soft gift. That was from Halloween, last Halloween, right? I don't know. I just discovered it. And I don't know if you guys have played the Gameloft, My Little Pony games. Meh. It's not the best, not the worst, but like as a kid I loved it. I'm still love it. I got them fish. I love the fish. It's like the best emote ever. I wish I could get the rest of the animals, though the one that I actually wanted to get a lot was the fish. It doesn't show? Where? I mean, it's in there. Either ways, the thing is, I stayed in dad's house every 15 days, the weekend. Usually from Friday he would pick me up, Saturday, Sunday he would leave me back home, okay? And so one day I was like, Dad, can I have the tablet? He was like, yeah, sure. But I had too much tablet time sometimes. And I wanted to watch an anime that was in there, which is called 𝐂𝐸𝐬𝐺, which, if I think about it, I shouldn't have been watching that, because it was like a not +18 anime. It was more like a the type of anime that shows a bit, but not that much. Mi channel se ve, pero el tuyo atrás sí. En el mío se ve. Twitch is still a bit broken, probably. Don't worry. And so, nothing to do. Yeah, well, it's not an eroge, but kind of, you know. And then I just entered like the browser, and then I was gonna type YouTube on the search bar. There was so much corn, and I was so thrown aback from that I just left the tablet and I didn't even watch anything that I wanted to watch. I just left the tablet over there and I was like, I don't want to have to do it to know anything about this. I just leave it there. Either ways, I can actually see my bitrate was asked for like 5 seconds. My phone is like, what do you mean? Oh, there's still outage in the web and the chat in the video. And I'm making this here. She's starting in random places really fucked up, like a internet cafe type of thing. Let me recalibrate this again. Awful. Okay. So I think I can see the Twitch emotes in a web page. Twitch. I cannot type. Twitch. Oh my god. Well, like in hotels with smart TVs. Oh yeah, fair. Oh, I think it was this one. It's just twitchemotes.com. You can even search the ones for... Okay. No, but like, what is the name? The name, Twitch, 𝗬𝗵𝗄𝐻? Question mark? You remember there was like a web page where you could see all of the emotes, but like the ones that were like limited time, limited maybe. Oh, sorry. I think I found it. No. Yeah. These are from 2020. What were you guys doing in 2020? I mean, besides the obvious, I was not doing anything. I mean, literally, I just spent all of my 2020 playing Fire Emblem Free Houses, and that was it. Uni, that's nice. Hi, Thaddeus, how you doing? How's your day? How's everything? Please take a seat. Channel badges? No. Oh, you can see like the added and like the removed ones. That's very interesting. I worked because I was a mechanic. Ooh, that's so cool though. So, like, I'm guessing repairing cars and stuff, right? That's when I started my current job. What a year to start your job. 2020 went pretty well for me actually. I'm glad that it went good for you. I did a lot of running and hikes too. Very good for your lungs. Your lungs are probably very happy. Oh yeah, did I get a new subscriber icon? The bunny feels new. It has a crown. I mean, at least I did it. It should show like with a little crown. Now, if it doesn't show with a crown, then it's fake. I'm trying to click on it. No! It seems to be normal. Whatever. Es cuando descubrí que no sirve para las relaciones afectivas, so... Está bien, it's okay. It happens, you know. So, some things you discover them late, but like when you discover stuff about yourself, even if it's late, it's something that has to happen. Auto mechanic, I hated the job. At least it gave you a roof under your head, I think it's called, right? 2026 has been really well for me. A lot of good and bad things. It's like the yin and yang. Like it balances out, you know? How's 2026 so far, guys? Like, I didn't notice that August ended until like I finished doing my schedule, and I was like, you can't be serious, you know? Well, I can't find the emote, I'm so sorry. But so far for me, I don't know if it's going good, I don't know if it's going bad. I just know it's going, so I don't have anything to comment about my 2026. The only thing is that I'm grateful that you guys are still here with me. I'm gonna do better, and that's the only thing I can promise you. Also, sorry for taking so long for the promises from the marathon. I'm actively working on them. So, sorry if it took too long. A roof over your head is a saying. I was kinda close. I also got to meet some of my best friends online on Discord. Man, you guys... I know Discord existed before 2020 and stuff, but I made my Discord, like, in 2022. I came very late. Just exist day a day until I die. Don't worry. Don't worry. As long as you're alive, there's still lots of stuff to be done. I was actually thinking yesterday, while reading my book, that sometimes life is so amazing, bro. And I don't mean like even if everything is going bad, and even if I feel miserable, I don't know how you guys feel in your day-to-day life, but like me slowly becoming unable to do stuff, it kind of feels a bit miserable. Sorry for like that little thing, but sometimes small stuff like eating your favorite foods or drinking your favorite drinks, that the sky like is very pretty today, you know, like it's blue and like shining. Being able to go to the beach, maybe it's raining today and it's relaxing, you know, like It might not be much, and it might not be like stuff that I have control over, but those little things make me sometimes think like, man, being alive is awesome. And move over from Skype. Oof. When you say that Titan is old, he hasn't even mentioned Skype a single time. When it started, because Skype would break with too much group history. Ooh. Ooh. I got new D&D campaign started soon. That's one just finished, so that character you just drew is now retired. Still, you can always redeem for a new art. I don't mind. I can always do some drawings for you guys. Like, I love you guys so much. It's like the least I can do for your time here. Hell yeah, Nayumi's hope maxing a cheer peel. I might not be hope maxing, but it's just some little stuff that sometimes you notice, you know? I'm the DM in the new campaign. It's okay, it's okay. My partner was looking into like a new D&D thing that's not D&D, but it's like a... I forgot the name. Daggerheart? That thing. And I don't know. I wouldn't be able to read that much for just to play a game. I just started reading and it's fun, don't get me wrong. But like, it's like... I mean... I cannot compare it to reading a manual before playing a game, because I read manuals before playing games. I read like the side effects of medication before taking the medication type of things. So I don't know why specifically that seems boring to me. Then again, it's just my opinion. So if it's fun for you, that's like all that matters in here. But I don't know. There was like... I don't remember very well. It was like an inclusivity page, I think. I don't remember if it was in that game, but it was like that you could add like canes and wheelchairs to the game and how to add them correctly or something like that. I was like, that's surprising that somebody thought about that. Also, talking about this stuff, next month, I should be... I don't want a new bookmark. I don't know where that one got. I don't know why are you there? I'm opening my Trellos because I already recorded the 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐷 ASMR just before my vacation. I just have to edit it and probably will go live somewhere between this week and next week. It's like something very simple. The illustration I'll work next after I finish the 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐷. Like I just have to finish practicing. The dyeing hair video I can edit it in 5 minutes, to be honest, but I don't know why I haven't done it. Maybe it's because it's myself and I have to censor my face and it's kind of like weird and I'm gonna make it unlisted regardless. And the ebook is probably gonna be by the end of the year. Like, that's the only one that I'm not gonna be able to fulfill by the you know. Wheelchairs don't make sense in fantasy. Ride a fucking floating throne, a wolf, levitate. I was actually thinking that like in World of Warcraft, there's like somebody that used a wheelchair and it was like they made a wheelchair with magic or something like that. I mean, personally, if I were disabled in like a magical world, I would just use my magic to not levitate, but like to be using my legs, but not using... it's hard to... It's like, you know when you are playing with dolls and then you put them on the ground and then you move their legs? Kind of like that. Not actually walking, you know? I would do that with magic. Like, that's how I see it. Welcome back, you am at work, so I'll be lurking. Don't worry, do your best. Have a nice day. Take care. Thank you. At least that's what I would do. Then again, everybody, like, disability is spectrum too. Most things in life are spectrum. It's not like fully white or black. It's sometimes gray and sometimes colorful, you know? So, depending on the disability, some people might work very differently, you know? People do stop motion like that at all. Yeah, like, at least if I had magic, I would do it like that. But I don't know what other disabled people will wanna do. I wanna use magic to get money. Manifesting money, Vesty. I'm not one of those girlies that's into manifestation, but I do. Oh my god! Do you guys remember I don't remember specifically when it was. It was definitely before 2015 when The Secret, was it? Like that the book and the movie were like extremely popular. My dad made me watch it and I didn't understand. But it's basically just manifestation. Like I don't know. I say, oh, manifesting this, but like in not like a joking sense, but because I'm actually wishing to manifest that kind of thing. But I don't believe in manifestation or like anything like that. But like, I remember it was like about a boy that wanted a bike or something. And like he had like scraps, like from a scrapbook type of thing, of a bike, and he would put it under his pillow. And I remember my dad was like, you have to work like that, you have to manifest it. And I was like, I once found a letter on the street with $100 on it. Do you give it back? If it's a letter, it has an address to give it back, right? Welcome back, Yui, but I'm gonna run away early and take the doggos for walkies. No! Have a nice walk, though. Can you pet them? From my part? And then Nico gets a manifestos Exodia. The only thing I'm manifesting is Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave to not get more spoiled. Because if I get more spoiled, I'm jumping out of the window. I live on the first floor. It had no name or address on it. I don't remember the text, but it was really vague. That's creepy. I would feel terrified. Then again, I'm from a quote-unquote third world country, so my mom didn't want to go back. Wow. But she told me, like, I was like, hell yeah, money. I mean, everybody would be like, hell yeah, money. No money people would give it back, even if they had the chance. So I understand it. Especially nowadays that getting money is hard. Even if you work. And my mom, the fun thing about my mom is that every day I would eat breakfast at home with her because she was staying with me. And we basically brewed tea and she spilled the tea, if you know what I mean. Like she would just tell me like the family drama, and I would sip my tea and be like, did she really do that? Are you sure, mom? Type of thing. But she was also telling me about how awful Chile is becoming. I have a cousin, so she's gorgeous. She married a guy that was she's a nurse, and she married a guy that's a doctor from Venezuela, and then they both went to Spain, and they're both currently living in Spain. And like, I got used to Canada the first day because I was always an outcast, I guess. But my cousin is like suffering, but like big suffering. She's like, I miss everybody, I miss everything. Also, the letter was open, so some of the money was around the street. Creepy. Skill issue? I mean, I guess so, but I understand her because she's like more... I mean, there's two things, because I'm different. I don't have anything tying me anywhere. Your cousin was a popular person, so she misses that. No. She was very family-oriented. Like, she was very close to the whole family and stuff. Is the kind of person that's like, you know, that loves everybody, kind of. So being away from the family, especially away from my grandpa. My grandpa is almost 90, so yeah, I can understand her, especially because she lived with them for a couple of years when she was studying at university. And the other thing is that she feels kind of like me in the sense of like, we can't leave. Like, with how the situations in Chile are worsening. Like, I'm not an expert there. I don't have anything besides my mom's word and a bit of me reading. But so I'm not really qualified to tell you guys if it's getting better, worse, or if it's still staying the same. But according to my mom, it's not the same. And my cousin feels like even if she wants to come back, she can't. And I do also feel the same. Like, if something happened to me, like here, and I had to leave, I would not go back to Chile because I also feel like I can't go back. Is the type of feeling. It's very hard to explain. You would, especially with like a country that's not very stable. Like, I was surprised. Okay, so my mom gave me a bit of money in Chilean pesos, and my card is made so it's a broad term. Worse in what sense? Quality of life. Since last time I left the country, unemployment and everything has spiked up. In here, again, I'm generalizing, but here, without a degree, you can get a job that's decent. But in Chile, without a degree, I don't think you can even get a McDonald's job. But also there's way too many people studying in the university, so there's way too many people with degrees, so there's way too many people to hire. And so it's hard to get a job in general. Whatever. It's a bunch of problems in general. I wish to leave my lands, but it's too comfortable. Not my house, but the country itself. You can always travel. The other thing is security. Like, my mom... Not my mom, my aunt, while my mom was here, she brought my grandpa to the center of Santiago, which is called Santiago Centro, which is very redundant. I know, it's literally that. And they went to the center to just go around, you know, because there's lots of stores in there that are blinded, by the way, with like metal panels because of protests and stuff. That's something that sometimes I'm like, because in here, Canada, everything has like glasses. They close the store and they don't put anything really, and so sometimes my brain doesn't process that I'm in Canada, and then I look at the glass and I'm like, why isn't there's not a metal panel over there? Happens that things. But they saw like somebody beheaded? Is it beheaded or beheaded? Like, you know what I mean, right? In the middle of the street. My aunt was calling, well, not calling, but like sending voice messages in a very disturbed tone of voice to my mom, and I was like, little reminder, I used to live literally there. Also, multiple stores. When I asked my family, like, or like my mom, I'm like, for example, there were like 2 stores. It's kind of like GameStop, you know, that distribute games officially that were extremely overpriced, which was called Wii Game and Microplay, and like consoles and stuff. And I would be like, oh, by the way, like, how much is the Switch 2, for example, in Chile? Because I was very curious about like comparing prices. And then they tell me, no, like, those stores don't exist anymore. And I'm like, how do you guys get consoles if there's no official retailers anymore? Type of thing. And not only with that, there was like a very delicious cookie chain that I loved that also closed. Ugh. Then again, once again, I put in there, I'm not there anymore. So this is just all of my inside information from my mom and my family. This is not to say that everything is getting worse, but at the same time, I do have a small opinion. But then again, it's not my place to make an opinion in a place of a place that I'm not there anymore. Can you understand why my thoughts are always very messy? My head, whatever. Inside my brain. You know how a brain looks like a pink noodle? That's just like, yeah, inside it's just like spaghetti. Just a bunch of spaghetti. Plus payment raises from... Wait, what? Wait. When I was in Chile, it was 100. I mean, from the metro. I sometimes forget that interprovincial things they have buses and they are paid differently. Someone told me the tendency of profits is to fall. It goes up and down at the end of the day. It's just a 10-minute travel. At that rate, I'm walking. I just get out earlier and walk. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That should be illegal. To think that when you're a student in Chile and when you're an elderly, like, you have to pay basically 20 cents every time you travel. But once you become an adult, after leaving school, you have to use it like the normal card, and it's so expensive to travel. Almost a third expensive. At that rate, I walk. Even disabled and everything, I'm walking if I need to do a 10-minute distance. That's usually probably half an hour walking, which is a bit, but hey, your legs are gonna be happy about it. Your pocket will be happier about it. Probably you mentally will be like, hey, I don't wanna walk, Mr. Stark. It's too far away. Oh, but you also have to account that in Chile, well, I guess everywhere, but especially in Santiago, going out at night is kind of very, 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 very dangerous. That's all that. Every single thought that I have about Chile just resumes in like an What's cyber sin? Sometimes my mom was also like, when she came here, she was like, "There's no fences anywhere," and I'm like, true, there's no fences anywhere. I mean, all the fences seem decorational. Some houses have like fencing like in Chile, but it's just still weird to think about those sorts of things that I almost seemingly forgot. Thank you. Ironically, before my mom came, I was feeling like extremely homesick. Like, I never felt really homesick until like the week or two before my mom came, like the months. I was feeling very sad and homesick. She came, she spilled the tea, she went away, and I'm like, okay, never mind. I can live without empanadas and like the bread from Chile. Also, she brought me dulce de leche. The goat. That city prefers you for the inherent cruelty of the world itself. It's funny how even people from regions in Chile just hate Santiago and they just know it's miserable. I don't wish Santiago into anybody. I mean, it's pretty, but at the cost of what, you know? Oh, yeah. I don't wanna talk about that. Like, I can talk about polemic topics, but polemic? No, I don't have the word for that, sorry, but not that many. Today I ate 𝐂𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐜. One of the things I miss from my grandma, well, kind of miss, quote-unquote miss, like I can live without it, but not miss, you know? It's my grandma's 𝐂𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐢𝐜. Well, that's how we call pound cake in Chile. It was so good, but then she stopped making it because she couldn't move much. And also my grandpa was, well, both of them were diagnosed with diabetes. So of course, you know, a bunch of sugar. Probably it's not the smartest decision you can do when you have diabetes and you're not taking your medication. Probably you can do it with your medication. I'm not saying that you can't, because I'm not a doctor. I cannot say what you can and can't do. But at the same time, like, what in the whole heck, you know? They also had to reduce the salt in the meals because they were both diagnosed with hypertension. I'm still thinking about it. Like, how do you guys get diagnosed with exact same illnesses? I don't know, whatever. Another thing that I'm pissed off is that my grandma, I'm pretty sure she could have lived a bit longer if it weren't that she didn't like to take her meds. Of course, it sucks to take meds. I am the #1 hater of taking a bunch of pills, but she would just tell my mom and my aunt, be like, yeah, I took my meds, and then she would just not take them. And it wasn't that she didn't remember, she just didn't want to take them for some reason. I still don't understand. Like, I hate taking meds, but between that and dying of pain, I don't know. Maybe I prefer to take them. When elderly people decide they're done, they're done. My great aunt went no pan out a few weeks before her 105th birthday. Oof. But it... And then you have here, like... So my grandpa also takes a bunch of meds and he has cancer, tummy cancer. But he takes his meds. And then you have my grandma. that she had also thrombophilia, she had hypertension, diabetes, blah, 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 blah. And she would never take anything. She needed to use a walker. And she would feel... Well, I can understand that. Like, she would feel ashamed of it. And I can understand that. It took me a while to be able to use my cane. I was also, like, kind of ashamed of motherfucking squirrel. Not of the squirrel. Sorry, the squirrel's outside. But I also felt like ashamed of going out with a cane. I felt like super embarrassed for some reason. Then I realized nobody gave a fuck. So I just went with it, you know. Now I'm so used to it. Sometimes people look at me weird. But you know what? Whatever. Everybody will look at you weird even if you're dressed the most normal way. Is that a fat squirrel? But anyways, she had a walker and she had to use it and she never ever used it. She used it like only her last days, like before she got bedridden and passed. Like that's when she used it. But before that, she had the walker, she had a cane and stuff, and she just had them like saved on like the wardrobe. And no, my dad also told me the same, that when old people are done. He didn't give me an example, but he did say that sometimes old people just wanna die, which is kind of very sad. Whatever, that's how life goes for some people, I guess. I'm looking still at the fucking squirrel. I thought the squirrel wouldn't eat the bread, but it's eating the bread. Es cuando Dios sabe, ¿y qué me ves, what? No, I don't want to insult random people. I do get looks and stuff for playing with a cane. I'm probably dressing in a more flashy way, but I'm not... I usually don't care unless... Oof. I was waiting in the crossing the other day. This happened like just before my vacation when I was coming to pick up my partner on the corner. And a lady was gonna... Like, a lady in a car, like an old lady, was gonna just, you know, go to the left where I was in the crossing. And she just looked at me like Mr. Fresh side-eye type of shit. Like that. And you would... Oh. So this was a motherfucking squirrel, huh? Either way, sorry. I saw a squirrel and I immediately... My blood went up. And she just side-eyed me while she was turning to the left. But like... Even if she needed to turn to the left, she didn't have to see me. She had to see the, you know, to look at the front of the car. But now she was like looking from like the other window and be like... That's like one of the few times that I actually felt kind of like, oh, you know? But whatever, like, even if you are dressed normally or you have like a bunch of mobility aids or you don't have anything, you're always gonna get looks. So, it's... How to explain it? I never got complimented in Chile. I mean, there's a whole culture of, like, sometimes people would yell, like, unsavory remarks to girls sometimes. But that's not, like, a compliment. It's more like a... I don't know how to explain it, but I think you can get what I'm trying to say. In Canada, I got a few people just being like, oh, you have a nice dress. Your shoes are gorgeous. You look cute today. Random ass people from the streets. And I'm like, okay, thank you. I mean, I appreciate me. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not used to being complimented like that. Like when I went to the ER the first time, like 3 nurses were like, oh, your shoes are gorgeous. Random ass sneakers that I bought from a random ass store. And I was like, thank you? Question mark at the end? Like a very big question mark? Happens at things, guys. Happens at things. But, ¿viste que te están dando loquito con Tapulele? Wait, that's... Don't worry, you can just interrupt me and like change the topic if you want. No, my average view duration is 3... Wait, I'm pretty sure this is the new view system. The new view system of YouTube fucking sucks. Can somebody fix it? Well, I know nobody's gonna fix it, but... Okay, there's a still outage on Twitch. Let me see that. Let me see that. Tapulele. That sounds like... what's the name? Okay. Is it gonna be corn? Okay, it's mostly corn. What did I expect? Okay. How do you get corn out of that? Okay. Sure. Yes. Whatever. Not only corn. If you wanna do that, do it. Modern website getting worse with an update. That's an unthinkable sarcasm. Oh yeah, before coming back, I updated my graphics card drivers. I don't know why I opened Spotify. That's not my graphics card. I don't know if they're better or they're worse, but I updated it. Tiene bonito diseño, prefiero Mawile. Mawile is extremely cute. I really loved her... what's the name? Her Mega Evolution. I really hate that Pokemon just like... It seemed like they were building up on Mega Evolution and then they just randomly were like, oh, and you also have Z moves. And then they're like, okay, forget everything that happened before. My CPU is 83 and my GPU is 60 something. I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's worse. Also, I was talking to my partner about computers. And he said that my computer was kind of decent. But that it was a laptop and my only problem was a graphics card. Which is totally true. But I was thinking, can you make a... like, I know that some people will say no, but can you make a computer out of laptop parts? I mean, why wouldn't you be able to make one? Couldn't you just put all the parts outside, put them in a tower, and that's it? I don't know. If you could recruit any from any on all generations, do you have Pokemon Dream Team? Not really. I'm not that much of a Pokemon girly. I stopped playing a long time ago. But I would certainly have a Gardevoir and a Galith. Probably a Furret. Because they're cute. Probably, but it would be more expensive. Buying a laptop is much more cheaper than buying a PC these days. Can you believe that? It's awful. Hi, Tito! Thank you so much for coming. I also miss you. How you doing? How's your day? How's everything? Please take a seat. That's it. I don't have... maybe an Eevee. If Eevee was actually strong, I would probably have an Eevee. But that's about it. I also, like... I don't play competitive Pokemon since 2016. Oh, Vaporeon, no! Now I don't want people to goon to my team. Jesus. If I wanted people to goon to my team, I would have 20 Vaporeons. A Vaporeon, a Lopunny, and all that stuff. I don't want that. Competitive Pokemon can suck my Pokeballs. That's actually a very funny one. Like, you make Pokemon videos. You don't have anything to say in here. You're a Poke fan. I had to watch the Derek uploaded random ass Derek ad, but like he uploaded a video about him talking about Pokemon Gen 1, and it's long. Like, oh, not everything is operational. Twitch finally fully came back. Yay! Welcome back, Twitch. There's 7 of them, yeah, but he showed me the project and it was at first a very long, full-ass video, and now he just has like a bunch of little videos here and there. Which is not to demerit his effort, it's actually to talk about more his effort. Doesn't make sense. Hope that makes sense. Okay, where's Derek's channel? I wanted to see the name of it. Derek. And now we're going to have an outbreak. No. Oh my god, so Derek gained 19,000 views. He has 6,650 subscribers. Wow. He earns $230 a month. Wow. His average video length is 137 minutes. And he uploads 1 video per week. Only 1. Wow. That's the stats that are here. Yeah, there's 7. It's called 2 Pokemon Experts Talk About the Generation 1 Pokemon. It's long. Dumping on YouTube's inspiration tab for 40 minutes. I felt like I watched that already, yet it appears as I didn't watch it. Oh no! We have an ad break. Sad. I wonder how Twitch counts because when you are streaming, Twitch counts the viewers, not only the viewers, but like how many views, aka somebody getting in the stream and getting out of the stream. I wonder how does that count it, because now we know that YouTube is counting them in a very stupid way of you saw a single frame of it, it counts as a view. You can literally just spam click your videos just for them to keep ranking up in views, you know, which is kind of scummy. I prefer the previous way, even though it's not like the most effective. Like, it's cool to get more views, like the number goes up. Of course you're gonna be like, yay! But at the same time, it's not, you know? What the fuck is that? YouTube is recommending me wait, they're recommending me another channel. Oh, I've seen them, okay. Hacer videos de Pokémon es trampa. Tantos fans, haters y todo videos visto por al menos 1%. Eso es verdad, that's true. Like, Pokémon videos is probably like one of the easiest niches to get in from what I've seen. Te dan puntos de recompensa, te dan la recompensa de puntos por ver. ¿Cuál? Which one specifically? Well, amazing. They haven't streamed in years and they're recommending me to me. Well, happens at things, I think. Happens at things. Man, it's been a long time since I did that, so I usually don't do them because I get very, 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 very subconscious. ¿Para pagar? ¿Ah? Así te dan por ver. They give you for watching. Croissant! That's the idea. I want to add some new ones and revamp them, but that will be probably another day because I wanted to work on something else. Oh yeah. Ooh. Better thumbnails, nice. The chat points are given to you by watching, and if you are subscribed, they multiply by some amount. I don't remember which one. But the idea is that you have always like a bunch of them and that you spend it to interact with the stream. Some people have the sound effects that they use when you use the points, but I don't know, I feel like that could get very easily spammable. Welcome back from yet. Sorry for that. We're talking about channel points. But yeah, you get them when you're watching, and no matter if you're subscribed or not. Though if you're subscribed, you do get a bonus on the points that you're given to. I don't exactly know the percentage, but I'm pretty sure that even if your tier of subscription goes up, you also get more points, you know? It was since when was the last time I did a Zatsu? We were also talking about how I don't do Zatsus because it's kind of, you know, I get nervous with them. I don't like them. Zatsus are my nemesis because I get self-conscious. I don't know why. Like, I used to be able to do them very perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but like at the very, 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 very beginning. March 11th. So that would be almost half a year without a Zatsu. Wow. Incredible. For me, it's multiplied by 5. It's also probably because you're a founder, I'm guessing. And you're a VIP. Man, you have so many badges, but you didn't do your I was about to be like, hey, you didn't do your Twitch recap for 2026. Of course you're not gonna do the Twitch recap for 2026. Who's gonna do it, man? Yeah, time travelers. Do you guys remember in the early... Again, do you guys remember in the early days of the internet, there would be like people claiming to be time travelers and telling stuff about the future, and they would basically troll people into believing them and stuff. Nowadays, if I say, hi guys, I'm a time traveler that came from 2400, and you guys would be like, yeah, sure, Nayumi, yeah, you took happy pills or some shit. Like, nobody would believe that. Sometimes the early internet is so magical yet so cursed at the same time. Like, there was also like when you go to Pokemon and you capture all of the Pokemon in Shiny and then go to the league and defeat the Elite Four, then you'll get a Mew or Mewtwo type of thing. So much stuff from that way retail wouldn't be able to be told nowadays. If you say that like in a forum and you say, hey guys, it turns out as an Easter egg, if you finish Pokemon in the Generation 1 and you get all of the Pokemon shiny and then you go to the league and then you defeat the Elite Four, then you can get Mew, people will be like, yeah, sure, brother, yeah, sure, yeah. I used to to love watching those sorts of videos at the beginning. Gen 1 doesn't have shinies. I was an example. Also, like, even if they don't have shinies, it's still... There was, like, I love to watch, like, creepypasta videos, and they wouldn't make me creeped out, you know? But then... There's one that always got me, and that's the Tails doll. Holy shit. I couldn't even get out of the restroom because I was so afraid. The Tails doll is just like the Sonic Racing, I think it is. Like, it's just a doll of Tails that just goes around. And there's like a legend of it and stuff. And then after listening to the video, I was like so creeped out. I even thought that the Tails doll was real and that it was haunting me to school and shit. But can you believe that? Pokemon sucks. Derek, I know. Tell me something new. That was kind of mean. I'm so sorry. That it was awful. I remember even telling some classmates and they would be like, yeah, it's real. Like, guys, if a classmate is being paranoid about something, you don't have to tell them. You don't have to feed more on the... Nowadays, people would record me and be like, yeah, it's real. And then try to scare me for some TikTok likes, of course. A mí me da miedo el drenaje después de ver como al... ¡Oh, a mí también! Al de la regadera. I was also very... What do you guys have like a very weird fear? From... Not from now, but like from before, you know? One of mine was the toilet seat. Like, it was before I was like... I mean, I was potty trained, but like I would go to potty and then my mom would clean whatever that was, you know. I wasn't going to the toilet seat because one, it was too tall, and two, I was afraid of when you pull the thing, and then when it goes like shh, you know, when it flushes. There you go. I was very afraid of that, and I was already getting older enough, and my mom was kind of sick of me getting afraid, like to the point that when I flushed the toilet. Or sorry, not me, but like when my mom flushed the toilet, I would literally run to the other corner of the house just to protect myself from the toilet. I was afraid of stairs for a while. I mean, they're very tall. I'm gonna give that to you. And if you fall from them, you can die. I'm gonna give that to you too. And what my mom did to get rid of my fear was one day I was like, Mom, I want to use the restroom. She literally just grabbed me, pulled me to the toilet seat, made me potty on the toilet seat. I was literally crying, and then flushed the toilet, and then cleaned me and everything, and then I just ran and cried. And that's how she got rid of it. I mean, I clearly remember that after that, every time that I would go to use the restroom by myself, every time I flushed the toilet, I would open the door, run again to another corner of the house, wait for the toilet to flush, then come back and then wash my hands. That's how bad it was. But I don't remember specifically the moment I got rid of the fear. Like, I know that happened, and I clearly, vividly remember like how afraid I was. But I don't remember specifically like how I got rid of my fear. Weird things happen in life, guys. That's just that. Thank goodness you didn't see South Park episode where women were sucked into the toilet to their deaths. What in the whole heck? I don't think South Park was a thing when I was like 0.4, you know? Huh? Well, whatever. South Park is really old. Are you sure? So... 99... Okay. The most inappropriate cartoon I was watching in that age, though, was Happy Tree Friends. Hmm? 92 and 95. Okay. They always forget to put down the toilet seat so the mothers are sucked in and die. Is that just an extreme way of telling you, hey, can you put your seat down, please? Thanks. I don't care. Put it up, put it down, I don't care. As long as it's clean, you know. I never understood why people care so much about the toilet seat up, toilet seat down. I've even heard, read. There you go. I read about couples getting divorced or like fighting over the toilet seat being up and toilet seat being down. Does not matter. It's not affecting your life. Es uno de los capítulos que para mí marcan el inicio de la decadencia. ¿En serio? That's one of the chapters that mark the downfall of South Park. Holy. Like... Oh, I thought that was a bird. I could personally not care more. Like, though, if you leave the like... dirty after you use the toilet seat, I'm gonna get so pissed. I already deal with that with my mom. I don't wanna deal with that anytime else, you know? Well, I did deal with that actually while she was here, but that's something. There's not much to tell about what we did on our vacay, to be honest. Even though, like, I tried to go as much as I could, but then my body gave up. And I gave up. But she still went up on her own, and my partner was very worried that she would get lost, but ironically, her sense of orientation is actually kinda decent, not like mine. If you leave me alone outside on the street, I'm gonna probably get lost in 5 minutes. And maybe 10 minutes. But mostly 5 to 10 minutes. Y nunca he podido usar esa cosa del baño, la siento, nunca lo sentí natural. Está para eso. Yeah, you're not able to use the toilet seat. I mean, it's there for using it. Do you know what I mean? But then again, there's different toilet seats. So if one it's not comfy for you, you can just try other ones. There's ones that are like a fluffy. There's ones that are harder. Though they're expensive. So like if you wanna try for that, then it's not, you know, it's not gonna work, I guess. I remember something very disgusting. I mean, it's not disgusting, I guess, but my grandmother used to have, like, you know, those embroidered things for the toilet seat. I mean, it's comfy and everything, but you have to think about cleaning that shit. Like, you have to clean that. How do you clean it? You have to take that out. How do you know that it's time to clean it? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Anyways, let me drink. Though my grandmother's bathroom was gorgeous. She had like a bunch of embroidered stuff. Like she had like, you know, like the toilet paper roll out, but then she had another one that had like a little cover that was all embroidered, and it had like a little lace on top. And then on the toilet seat on the top, she also had like an embroidered tops. You know, like it was very, very gorgeous. Though she had to move from the house because it had stairs, and you know, with elderly, stairs are kind of dangerous. Especially those stairs. Like, I don't know if they built the house themselves or they bought the house like in 1930. It's an exaggeration, by the way. I don't know when they were born or anything. But those stairs, like, those are the... talking back about stairs. Like, they were the worst stairs I've ever felt or seen in my life. One day, actually, I don't remember who. Wasn't my grandpa? Somebody went down the stairs, you know? Like, this one staircase broke and they went down. And since then, they were like, okay, we have to bring the grandparents to, like, something flatter. So they brought them to an apartment building. My parents' house is becoming increasingly dangerous for them due to the stairs. My brother fell down a flight last year. Oof. Okay. Time for you to sell the house, buy them a condo or something flat with elevator if it's like that. Oh. Have a nice meet, Angelo. Take care. Love you as always. The worst. Oh, and also, like, one of the other things that it's dangerous for elderly, it's forgetting in general as a concept, because they forget a bit more with age, you know? And it's things that seem simple. Like, for example, my grandpa had like a candle, and when the lights went off one day, and he had it on top of like the table. Then he came back, and then he put the candle on like a plastic base for some reason, and then he just left it there until my aunt realized. I don't know what kind of synapses happened in there for him to think that was a good idea. He didn't do it ever again, but it was like some, you know, some slip of judgment, I guess. But there were lots of things like that. Like, for example, well, this one was my mom. Not calling my mom elderly, but she could retire. Just saying. She, you know, she was like cooking something, and she had a pot, and then she had to put a lid on the pot. But then after that, instead of putting the lid back, she put a plastic plate on top. And then after a while, it smelled a bit burnt, and I was like, Mom, are you cooking something? And then she goes there, and then boom. The plastic was all melted, and probably, I don't remember if we ate whatever she was cooking. Probably we shouldn't. Microplastic and stuff. But those sorts of small lapses of judgment are very dangerous. And you can't really predict them. And it's not like my mom has Alzheimer's or anything. She's still working, still doing well. She just had that thing, you know? And it happened like just before I came to Canada too. Anyways, guys. Ruquilla? ¿Qué es Ruquilla? What that? I think I'm be going because... Oof. Also, I'm really thinking about why my Twitch front page is recommending me a bunch of streamers of different languages when I don't watch anything in a different language. Like, I watch everything in English. I don't know why it's recommending me stuff that's not in English. Sorry for the short stream. But we're back. We're back to the grind. And we're gonna do a bunch of fun stuff. Not only the series that we have. I'm gonna try to do a bit more stuff. And finish my promises and stuff. And stuff. Ruca ruca es una palabra coloquial que se usa en México para referirse a... Ah. Okay. Yeah, they're all... So got this bright light in my days back. You're so sweet. I'm gonna pinch your cheeks like a grandma and be like, oh, tiny, you gotten so big. Do you grow an inch or two taller, Tiny? You know. Oh, Titan, you're so thin. You have to come and lick this is chew that I made for you. Totally granny coded. Gonna do my best, guys. I have more energy, even though I'm finishing right now because not much energy. But you know what I mean, right? I'm not good with words ever. This bright light will blind you if you look at her the wrong way. I would know. Yeah, you look at me the wrong way and I'm blinding your eyes. But like with love. So it's not illegal because it's with love. I'm pretty sure that would still be illegal regardless if it's with love or not. Guys, tomorrow there's no stream because usual day of rest, but the day after tomorrow there's a stream. I finished the thumbnails just before the stream, so I'm proud. But after this, I'm getting to work. She's always kicking me like a rabbit violently. Excuse me, I've never kicked you. I don't know what are you saying, Derek. Also, let me check real quick, like with you guys. Live Nayumi reaction. Do I have a short for tomorrow? I don't think so. No, I don't. Are you serious? I don't have a short for tomorrow? I thought I edited. Well, time to edit that now, I guess. The wisdom of today is that I miss you guys and that I love you so much and that I have to grind a bit harder. Wow, the Final Fantasy XIV thumbnail. Oh yeah, I was thinking, is it that a bit too much? I got the inspiration raise and I just worked with that. It might be a bit too much. If it's too much, I'm gonna change it, okay? But I think it's perfect. Because you told me like the name of the... I forgot her name. Ishikawa. I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I googled her and then was like, oh. And then I googled more photos and I was like, I got the idea. Yeah, the wisdom of today is you are loved and I'm back and I have to grind harder. Let's see each other the day after tomorrow as always, okay? With Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna raid, but at the end, guys, I added something cool. So I want you guys to look at that, okay? Wait, should I put the raid now or should I put the raid before that? Wait, search and filter? Okay, if I do this... Okay, I'm gonna try, but try to keep watching until the actual end, okay? Kiss for you guys. Take care. I love you. Bye bye bye.